We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we're back. My name is Clifford Bonet, and this is the Boston Power Hour. Sorry for the delay, but life happens. That's it. That's all I'm going to say. No more excuses for me. Today's going to be a little different, ladies and gentlemen, as we've been doing every single week. We try to make it a little entertaining, a little bit different. But what's not different is our loyalty to the Patriots, even though I, being the realist, and my partner over there, who I'm not going to introduce yet, not yet, he loves the Patriots a little more than I do, I'm going to say, just because he's a super fan, a real super fan. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to switch it up a little bit today. I'll tell you why. Because we, believe it or not, want to do something different for you guys. But before I do so, B, he's on the phone. He's talking to, he always has people. I'm not going to say who those people are because somebody not famous, but somebody said that you have connects. We'll talk about that later. I thought that was pretty cool, right? But talk to the people, man.
Well, first and foremost, Patriots Nation, here's to you. Glad to see you back there.
Cheers.
Glad you to watch Boston Power Hour. We have a lot to talk about today, Cliff.
Do, but before you go on your rant, because I know you like to rant just a little bit, take a sip of your bev, adult beverages, as I'm doing what I do, preparing. Ladies and gentlemen, a little setup, but I do want to put us here while I'm doing what I got to do. First of all, how was your week? I want to talk about that. Because I never do that, and I don't want to be rude. My mom was watching. She was like, how come you never ask how he's doing? And I'm like, God damn, at least she's watching. Hi, Mom. I did ask.
Nice that you asked about it. The week's been crazy.
Yeah.
In the sense of, this whole Mac Jones, Bailey Zappe thing, which obviously we're going to dive into.
We are?
Every day is a new knee-jerk reaction. And the Patriots being 1-3 kind of brings you down a little bit. I lost my fantasy football matchup last week, too. I've lost all my bets. That was my
first loss, too.
I lost all. Oh, nice. Yeah, a little humble brag. I lost
my
first one of the season.
I do what I do.
Lost all my bets. Had a fun time with the Twins.
Yeah.
We went to Extreme Craze in Foxborough. A jumpy place.
How'd they
there.
do?
They're awesome. They
both are okay.
Like Sophia was like a little scared.
Really?
Like, yeah.
Who should get that from? Is that from you or Mom? Mom's not watching. Don't worry about it.
No, maybe me.
Okay.
I'm a softie sometimes.
Okay, I don't believe that.
Softer than the Charmin Bear. No, we had a great time. It's a great time, and it's October, pumpkin season.
Yes,
I'm
it is.
Excited to go out to the Topsfield Fair later this month.
Let me know.
Go to the King Richard's Fair later this month.
Are you willing to do that?
I went a couple years ago.
Really?
Like probably 6 or 7 years ago. It was a great time. It's a great time at King Richard's Fair. I think we're going to some corn maze next week, too, next Saturday. So,
okay.
Thank you for asking me how my week was.
Shout outs to Mrs. Bonet.
No, we used to
Mama
get
Bonet.
like super in-depth on things, but we're very Patriots-oriented right
That's
now.
That's because of you.
No.
That's because of you.
I tell the people every single week to keep them optimistic and keep them on not hitting the panic button. Don't hit the panic button yet. That's what we're here for, man.
Listen, I want to do this.
All right.
Are you ready? Boom. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We got someone new here. Say
What's
hi.
Up, guys? Hey, guys. Appreciate having me here. I'm
Who
excited.
is she?
Who are you?
I'm Emma Shark. I run the Boston Power Hour page. Whatever you see, I'm posting it. Whatever Babs and Cliff tell me to post, I post it. I'm just the hands behind the brains.
Emma Shark. Keep her on.
Keep her on?
Keep her on.
All right, my fault.
I got to introduce
Go
her,
ahead.
too. Emma Shark has been one of the real ones since day one of starting Ride the Wave Media, if people remember that pre-COVID, right? It was a great time. And the whole point of Ride the Wave Media was to get new up-and-coming people that like sports that want to get into the business, whether it was writing, we had blogs at the time, whether it was going out to games, whether it was doing podcasting or doing Instagram Lives, and that's what Emma killed it. I always believed having an extra female voice in the Boston media market is a huge deal, and
Facts.
Emma has gone out there on her own and learned it through her own ranks and has plenty of successful interviews, and she actually interviewed LeGarrette Blount one time at Pete's Pop. Emma, what are some of the other interviews you've done? Because I don't have it on the top of my head.
I've done a lot of interviews. Instagram Lives, I find them to be relatively convenient, easy, and really cool to interview some people. I've done Patriots cheerleaders. I've done WNBA coaches. I've done college football players, NFL football players. Best one of all, no doubt, was definitely LeGarrette Blount.
Yeah,
really?
Pete's
awesome.
Pops. That was
and she
fantastic.
got to see it. You got to see him in person as well too. But with COVID coming and going, and obviously we're kind of out of it now. Ride the Wave Media just died off, but Ride the Wave Media was so successful, as I've said. Tyler Miller with Barstool Sports now. We have Jake Seymour that's out in Arizona State covering them over there. We got Caden Bodak now down at Tennessee. You know, kids are going to colleges. They're going and experiencing that. And Emma Shark is still around, still here, and still been here, and I've still kept her in that corner. And when we did Boston Power Hour last year,
nobody puts Emma in the corner.
She's out here now. It's the first time. It took a while, but I said, Cliff, like I told you actually last year when we were doing this, Cliff, I have somebody like waiting in the wings. We're just going to wait for the right time, and here it is. So that's what. Thank you, Emma, for actually coming out tonight and being here in the studio.
I appreciate you guys having me. I'm so excited. You guys can't see because you're looking at the screen, but behind the scenes here, it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Well, she's going to stream, do what she does over there. You know, we giving her carte blanche, as they say, so that she can enjoy herself. She's not just a guest, but she's a team member, so she can enjoy the perks here at the Cliff Notes Project.
I mean,
Studios.
if anything, Boston Power Hour is now us two plus Emma. So Emma, who runs the social and everything, we want to continue growing the team, and that's important. And here's pretty much team member number one.
That's right.
Like I put her as number one. Is it's us two.
Yep.
The general's at the top, but she's right there, and I like. And
ladies and gentlemen, we've said it before. If you guys are really serious about this and you're looking to help, it doesn't have to be every week. Here and there, we appreciate it, especially when we go outdoors. Which, stay tuned, more news on that. But the more the merrier, man. It's all about team.
Yeah, it is.
Excited. All about team. All right. With that said, I don't have a take, but I'm going to give it to you. You seem a little bit peeved at one Mike Reese. Why?
Yeah. Why? I mean, first of all, let's talk about the ESPN rankings and their power rankings, right? So this comes out, and the Patriots are ranked 27th.
Ugh.
Now, I know people at home watching are going to say, Babs, that's realistic, right? 27th, they're 1-3. They haven't looked good. Did you not just watch Thursday Night Football? Did you not just watch the Colts and the Broncos?
That was football?
That was football according to them, and that's what Amazon paid $1 billion for that game.
Sorry, Bezos.
I can't believe that the Patriots are ranked this low, and we saw that football, because guess what? The Colts are ranked one spot above the New England Patriots, and the Denver Broncos, I believe, are ranked 17th. Now, Cliff, we talked about this preseason, and we said, Colts game later on, it's going to be a tough game. Like, they're the Colts. They're not Matt Ryan. He's not going to be good. The Patriots should beat the Colts later on, even with Bailey Zappe, and that Denver Broncos team absolutely blows chunks. I just believe the Patriots in these first 4 games, they haven't been blown out. That Miami game wasn't a blowout.
No.
They kept it competitive against the Ravens, and they had the lead. They kept it competitive against the Packers, and they had the lead. They just couldn't finish those 2 games. This team should be 3-1. The team should be 3-1. That's the way I look at it, and their power rankings are way too low.
It is low. I will say that. And I think, too, conspiracy theory.
I'm all for that.
I know you are.
I need to get that tinfoil hat.
Yeah.
I got to buy one.
We're going to get it. We'll make one. How about that, right? But listen, I truly believe that the rest of the league and the rest of the nation is kind of happy that Patriots are going through what we're going through right now. Fair to say.
Yeah.
When Brady was here and we were winning consistently, the championships and championships upon championships, people were like, oh, they're cheating. They were so excited for anything to just bring the rain down. And guess what? It's starting to rain. So now people are already talking shit.
But, Cliff, let me bring this up. And to the people at home, I'm watching right here. I'm here right now. You're watching. Cliff's here. Emma's here. Listen up. The Patriots are 1-3. The Patriots were in the same exact position as last year. Yes, the starting quarterback is hurt. And, yes, you're on your third-string quarterback. Do not hit the panic button. As one person would say out there that wears green and covers the Celtics, do I look nervous? Do I look worried? Because I don't. This team still has it to go on a run. Seriously, you look at the next 5 games in a row, this team as a whole should win 5 straight games. Now, I know last week I had my little hat right here, and I put this on, General Babs, and I said, we're going to beat the Ravens, and we're going to beat the Packers. You know what? That almost came reality. But the fact of the matter is that they held competitive against 2 teams that will be in the playoffs that might have a deep run. I don't sleep on the Packers, by the way. They will have a deep run. Believe in the Patriots. Believe in this team. Don't give up just yet.
I'm okay with that, and I'm not mad that you're saying what you're saying right now. I think the problem is this. We tend to react quickly.
Knee-jerk reaction.
Easily. And you know what? I think the Patriots did too. You know why? Who's this quarterback that they brought in? They could have called me. I was available. What do you feel? Let's talk. I know that's not on the agenda, but I want to talk about that. Well, what's your thoughts on that, man?
I mean, first of all, like, let's be real about the Bailey Zappe thing. I'll be completely honest. I feel so bad for Jarrett Stidham. Like, it pains me just a little bit to see the number 4, because I support Stidham. I support the human being Jarrett Stidham. I want to see success out of people. I mean, we're beating a dead horse at this point every time I talk about it. But to see another number 4 go out there and do something that Jarrett should be in this position, like, Stidham should be here starting this week. They got rid of him, and they got this young kid in. Now, besides that, I support Bailey Zappe. There was a lot of hype about Bailey coming out. Most touchdowns in college football last year, like 60-something touchdowns. He didn't look that bad in preseason. He had at least an interception every game. The fact of the matter is, you got to support your team no matter who's there. I supported Brian Hoyer all week.
You did.
I changed my profile picture to Brian Hoyer.
Yeah, you did.
Like, I support the guy.
I was gonna do a little wellness check on you, buddy.
No, I'm here to support the team and just be optimistic. I told you, it's 2018 Babs all over again, man. I'm gonna be the homer. I'm gonna be biased. Like, that's how I'm gonna be. There's obviously more to it where I'll be realistic, like Bailey versus Mac, which we'll get into a little bit later.
Right.
But no matter who's there, I'm going to support it. And I just think, and we'll talk about the Green Bay game, I mean, he didn't look bad. He went in there and did his job, and they almost got the win. Now, imagine if he got the win. But I will say this, and I want to talk to Patriots Nation for a quick second.
Go ahead.
Why are you guys giving up on Mac Jones already? Why are you giving up on Mac Jones? Now, last year, I admit, I gave Mac Jones a C-plus grade, and I got roasted for it.
No. Fair. It was fair. Don't listen to them.
I won't listen to them. Won't listen to them. It was fair to give him a C-plus, and guess what? He kind of looks like a C-plus player, but you can't just get rid of a player right after 3 games of a season like this.
No.
I have never seen this fan base so split with Bailey Zappe and Mac Jones. It's like they want the quarterback controversy. Yeah. Guys, no, let's not do that. Let's just get wins as a team. Let's see some success. I don't want a QB controversy. I want Mac Jones back out there. I believe Mac Jones will be out there, and I think that Mac Jones might even have a shot to play Sunday.
I don't think they're going to have him play simply because it's a high ankle sprain.
Why not rule him out right now? Why are they not ruling him? Why is he doubtful? Why aren't you ruling him out, Cliff?
Because we all know Belichick doesn't want to give any assistant to the other team.
You won't be shocked if Mac Jones goes out there Sunday and says, I actually feel good, I want to play.
I won't be shocked.
No.
I'm expecting that.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking it's not going to happen.
Out.
But I don't think it's going to happen. Belichick
likes to dick around like that.
He does. And you know what? I'm okay with that. Dick around. It might suck for degenerate gamblers like you and I.
Yeah.
But is that where you're coming from?
I just find it interesting that he hasn't been ruled out yet, and and I had it right, by the way. I don't get credit for that one.
It's all right.
They're going to wait till 90 minutes before kickoff,
of course,
when the inactives come out, and that's where he's going to be inactive.
For sure.
Now, if he's inactive, is he standing on the sideline? Is he going to be down there? Where is he going to be?
No,
where's Mac Jones going to be?
He has
because
to be there.
A great thing about Green Bay, someone messaged me this. I forget your name out there. Maybe it was a Zach or something like this. Where was Mac Jones in Green Bay? Obviously, he's back in Foxborough nursing that ankle, but I would have liked to see what Mac Jones is like on the sidelines. He said to me going to the Green Bay game, how does Mac Jones react to the third-string quarterback if he's out there?
Will the cameras be on them?
And if Mac Jones is there Sunday and he's
cameras
inactive,
better be on.
If he's inactive, is he going to be on the sideline? Is he going to be hiding in the tunnel? Where's he watching the game?
Clipboard guy.
Does Belichick want him on the sideline? Because the cameras are going to be on him.
Let me ask you. What would you do? I know what I would do.
I would put Mac on the sideline.
Damn right.
You're out there.
Yeah.
People are watching you.
Hasn't Belichick, even with Brady, the GOAT, spoke of competition? Yes or no? What's the difference? Are we now coddling and taking care of Mac Jones? Baby Mac, I don't want that. I want you to get tough. I want you to get angry. I actually want you to get pissed off. It looks like occasionally you do. But then I think they probably bring you in the back and they kind of just give you a little talking to say, hey, relax yourself. But I will say this. I do want to see him on the sideline. You know why? What if Bailey Zappe gets hurt?
They're going to go to Garrett Gilbert.
Cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out.
If the fact of the matter is this, like Zolak said this a couple days ago, and Zolak knows he's a former quarterback,
yes,
and he
is.
understands the game, is that if Mac Jones is healthy enough to dress, then he's going to start. Like, you're not just going to be the emergency quarterback. Like, you're either out or like you're starting. Like, that's either or. And they haven't ruled him out just yet.
They haven't.
And Jordan Schultz was the one that came out with it and said, yeah, per my sources, he's going to be out. Jordan Schultz sucks. Like, he doesn't know. He knows, like he's kind of like me. I know more than Jordan Schultz, by the way. I do, definitely, 100%. I know I do. I get the credit for. Last year, Jordan Schultz put out that Rob Gronkowski was going to play against the New England Patriots when they were coming up here. I went out there and I said that Rob Gronkowski wasn't going to travel and he broke his ribs, and no one gave me credit. I actually had it over Jordan Schultz. So I already know that he's a fraud. Stick to the NBA, Jordan Schultz. No one else put it out there. No one else put it out. No one else said it because he hasn't been ruled out yet. Hey. You don't know with Bill Belichick. You don't know in these next 48 hours.
And you're not supposed to know.
You don't know how many cortisone shots he's getting in that fucking ankle.
Little Toradol. So let's talk about the game, right? Real quick. I'll just show you guys. This here, I don't know. What do you feel about this, right? To me, shout outs to the pick six. I like the pick six, right? Let me give you a little sound to that. He's picked. But let's play it again.
Rodgers. He's picked, and this is going to the house. Jack Jones.
Jack Jones.
Rodgers.
Going to the house. Pick six. Thoughts?
Jack Jones is the real deal. I was hyped up about Jack Jones going into this. And I know LB, he's watching out there. Title Talk TCL. He's out there. We're hyped up for Jack Jones. The guy has swagger. Like, if you watch some of his college highlights, I posted it on Instagram when they drafted him. I don't know much about Jack Jones. I look at his highlights. I see who he is. I see how he plays. Guy has swagger, man. It's absolutely.
He's not afraid.
He's not afraid.
Nope.
He's not afraid to talk his shit, which he did post-game, right?
Yes, he did.
He talked his shit. And to pick off and have a pick six, I think he's the fourth player ever to do that. On Aaron Rodgers. Like, yeah, pat yourself on the back. You still lost the game.
I'm not mad at that.
I'm not mad at that. I don't like his number 13. It's weird seeing that.
It is kind of weird.
I don't like the number.
Let's get rid of it.
You got to stick with it, maybe, whatever. But Jack Jones is the real deal, and he's building himself up, and I like to see that spark that he had there. He also, I believe, had a forced fumble that game as well, too. So
he had a good game.
And we talked about the secondary and being worried, and I said to you, going into the regular season, Cliff, and I said it all to you out there, I said, I'm actually not as worried about the defense as I am the offense.
Yep.
Jack Jones just proved that. He's stepping up into that role.
Yeah.
Our friend Ty Law had a little something to say about it.
Yes, he did. I think 2 words. Shut up.
Shut up.
How do you feel about that?
Shut up to the people that are making fun of Ty Law, telling him to shut up. People on Twitter were saying, Ty Law, you're old man. You're washed up. You don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about? The guy is in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Pro Football Hall of Fame. He was a 2-time interception leader in the NFL. And one of those times, he was with the New York Jets after he got kicked out of Foxborough. Why can't you let Ty? Ty deserves to talk his shit. Ty is just doing this from a good place. Ty is just saying this because he believes in the young kid and he doesn't want him to keep talking his shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know who does that? Asante Samuel did that.
Yep.
Asante Samuel used to talk his shit. He backed it up here and there, but he also had some big plays that never became big plays because he talked so much shit. And he
interceptions that he should have got.
Listen,
let's never forget about that.
Ty Law's allowed to speak his mind when it comes to cornerbacks, man. Ty Law was one of the guys that guided Stephon Gilmore here. I saw it firsthand. He was one of the guys, this is how we run it here in New England. I'm here to guide you. I'm here to be a vet. And Gilmore ate it up, and that's why Gilmore was Defensive Player of the Year here.
Can I tell you why Ty Law can talk his shit? I'm going to tell you why Ty Law can talk his shit. Little people, you guys might not know, there was a time in which bump and run, was allowed for 10 yards, not 5, 10. That's when football was a little different. And guess what? The reason they changed it is because of Ty Law. I can't remember the exact year, but there was 3 interceptions of one Peyton Manning. 3! Like a horse. And ever since then, they made a change. They were like, hey, we can't allow this guy to just derail things. We can't allow this guy to intercept during the AFC Championship. It changed because of Ty Law. Because of Ty Law. I bet you if you ask Peyton Manning who Ty Law is, if he's an old man, he should shut up. He'll probably tell you might want to relax.
We need to check in with Emma over here. And Emma, I just want to ask you, as you're getting prepped over there to get back on camera.
I know. Hold on. Go ahead.
What do you think, Emma, so far of the Patriots defense, and what do you think about Jack Jones and what you saw in Green Bay? Like, if you watch that game and looking back, anything about that game, what did you think?
I think Jack Jones had more than just a good game. I think he really popped off. He had that forced fumble. He had that pick six. That pick six was huge. They would not have been in that game if it wasn't for that pick six. And I also think, hot take, Aaron Rodgers did not look good. I didn't think he looked good.
Thank you. Aaron Rodgers.
I'll say that. I mean, the defense, the Patriots had the lead in that game, and I just feel like the defense
They should have won.
So gassed at the end of the game.
Let me ask you a question, though. You think we got out-coached?
No. Because
you
don't trying to say it for the fourth down and like that.
And I don't want to regurgitate, because this is why I like live.
No.
Dear venues, give us a live thing, because you should hear what I was saying, not what 98.5 and everyone else is saying. Okay? Because I looked at this and I'm like, wait a minute. They're not going to allow the kid to just do one play action? One? That was insane.
Knee-jerk reactions are the best. Like, someone was messaging me the other day. I do the Instagram lives afterwards.
Yep.
I'm obviously pissed off that the Patriots lost. I lost all my bets, and now I have to drive like an hour and a half to go home.
Yeah.
And I'm like, she said, I threw a temper tantrum. Like, yeah, I did throw a temper tantrum because I'm upset because the Patriots lost.
Big facts.
And it just happened 30 minutes ago.
Yes.
Like, I'm going to be upset. And that's what I like.
It's
been
emotions.
fucking a week since we've been talking about it.
It's emotions.
Yeah, it's emotions. But that's cool. That brings the best out of you, right?
Yes,
That's
it
what
does.
we want. No, I don't think he's out-coached, and I think that it was very eerily.
Patricia was out-coached. I'm sorry.
No.
I'm not
Patricia's been doing fine.
That last game, he did okay, but play action fake.
Let's
not on third down.
Cliff,
second
let's pull it
down.
back for a second.
Let's do it.
Let me talk it out.
Talk about it.
So, last week's game against the Green Bay Packers, it's week 4, was very eerily similar to another quarterback that the Patriots went up against last year, week 4, Tom Brady, with a rookie quarterback.
Okay.
And there was a lot of questions in that game because guess what? That rookie quarterback named Mac Jones outplayed Tom Brady that game. And there was a lot of questions of should they have gone for it on fourth down, or do you go for that long field goal? And they went for the long field goal, and that was to protect Mac Jones. And a lot of people were upset about that. Let the kid throw it. I agree with Belichick because he did the same exact thing in this game and said, we're just going to punt it away. Zappe, look how much he's been talked about this week and how great of a game he had. It would be a lot different if they went for it on fourth down and he got sacked. He fumbles. He throws an interception. He makes a bad read. Then he would get ridiculed. Belichick saw what Zappe did, similar to what Mac did against Brady, and said, you've done enough this game. You're getting protected. I don't care what the outcome is. We're happy with what we saw. And you know what? Belichick did that last year at a 1-3 team, and they end up going on a run and finish 10-7.
Let me ask you.
I'm just saying that I think he believed in Zappe. You did a good job, kid. We're not going to put you in this weird position. If we lose, we lose. You look great. You got your chance next week when you start.
Do you think that he had a great game or a good game?
No, he just had a I mean, at the end of the day, it was a mediocre, mistake-free football game. I mean, I think that's solid to have a mistake-free football game. He only threw 99 yards. He had one passing touchdown, which took you have the video, right? Show that to everybody at home. But it's a delay of game times 5. I mean, it was like 5 extra seconds on there.
Here's my only problem. Let's watch this real quick.
They were generous there. They were generous. They didn't beat it. Here's the pass by Zappe. Open man at the 10. Generous. They didn't beat it. Here's the pass by Zappe. Open
I like that
man
throw.
at the 10.
I like it.
Spreading in for the touchdown.
He was wide open.
I know that you like to throw. This is the
up.
problem. When you're throwing the ball, you don't want to just act as if you're literally guiding it. There was fear in that throw.
Yeah.
It felt college-y.
Yeah.
It's not a word. Throw the ball.
But isn't that what the game's trying to be? College-y football?
That's the NFL, but you don't want your quarterbacks coming out and throwing these freaking floaters because these safeties are going to come in and steal the ball.
Yeah.
I just feel that if you allowed him to just do that particular play on second down, a play action, they would have bit, and it would have worked. Unless the receiver dropped the ball, fumble, whatever. That's sports. That's the part we love. It just would have been nice because I know if it was another quarterback, I can't say I know. I'm assuming that if it was another quarterback, that they would have been like, this is a great opportunity. We've been running the ball, little play action fake. They know we want to get to 2.
Maybe you'll see that this week.
Hopefully.
Maybe you'll see it this week.
Now, why did you do that? What if they do that this week? What if they win with Zappe? What happens?
If you win with Zappe, you ride the hot hand. I mean,
God. Oh, my God.
You got to ride the hot hand if you win. It depends on how you win with Zappe,
Coach,
right?
Are you serious?
So it depends on how you win with Zappe.
Okay.
I mean, if Zappe has a 1 touchdown, 2 interception type of day and has 189 yards, and like Emma just brought up, how Jack Jones was the reason why the Patriots stayed in the game. Well, if the defense and special teams is why you're staying in the game, sorry, Zappe, if Mac's healthy enough, you're going out there. But again, if you win the game, why not throw the kid out there another week and let Mac rest? Why
I'm not mad at that.
Why not do that? You know why you don't do that?
Why?
Because your franchise quarterback is going to start getting a little bit nervous.
Wait a minute. So
That's how you create a quarterback controversy.
So wait a minute. So now we're saying we don't want quarterback competition. We don't want the best person, to give us the option.
You do. You want it. You want it. You definitely want it.
But if we feel that that particular quarterback might be a little frail, we don't do it. Things are changing here in New England. There's a lot of changes, and I'm okay with change. I guess the rhetoric needs to be consistent.
If you're Robert Kraft and you're going into this game and you're wearing throwbacks, that's why I'm wearing it today, right? Yep. I'm wearing this throwback outfit because we got the throwbacks. How pissed are you that it's been a decade since you've been able to wear this? And it's a marketing thing, by the way.
Facts.
Jersey sales, tickets, sales,
How much are these
shirts.
go for?
I mean, they're regular price, like jerseys, you know, like but their jerseys have gotten more expensive, $120, $160, whatever you get. Just the fact of the matter is, not only that you don't have Tom Brady anymore on your team, and I'm sure that stings to Robert Kraft, the guy that you wanted, Mac Jones, to be a franchise of the team, isn't even going to play Sunday in these throwbacks, and you're on a third stringer that you took in the 4th round to wear them. Like, it's just, from a marketing standpoint.
It sucks.
Because when you go to the pro shop on Sunday, are they going to have Zappe jerseys? Probably not. It's all Mac Jones, Hunter Henry, Damian Harris, like Matt Judon. Like, those are the sellers. You might have lost sales because people are like, maybe Mac Jones isn't the guy. Maybe Mac Jones, I don't know. Like, I'm going to kind of wait and see. Bailey Zappe. Bailey Zappe is the 4th most searched player on Fanatics right now.
That's insane.
That is insane. I saw that. Someone hit me up the other day. Hey, Babs, I want to get a Tom Brady jersey. Like, I want to get an updated Tom Brady jersey, whether it's the throwback, whether it's the new Navy one. So I looked into it. You can't because he's an active player currently in the NFL. If you try typing it in, it says, nope, error, sorry. So I went under players and searched it, and fucking Bailey Zappe's the 4th name right there.
That's insane.
People want it. Now, would Babs get a Bailey Zappe jersey? Yes, 100%. I would get. I mean, I have Stidham jerseys. I could just probably throw duct tape on the back of it.
We're not going to
I would not disrespect Jared Stidham like that. I wouldn't disrespect. No.
None of that.
No. But I mean, I would go out and get a jersey. I mean, I would have got a Brian Hoyer jersey if I was going to the game. If I was going to the game this Sunday, I'm not
to support your starting quarterback.
I would support my starting quarterback and get his jersey.
Let me ask Emma a question here. Let's do something different, okay? Hey, Emma.
Yes.
Actually, before we do that, I know this is your thing, but she should get. I need her to get the 8 ball.
Oh yes, yeah.
I have an important question here for you, Emma.
Gosh.
I have an important question, and I need your help here, okay?
Oh, this thing's nice.
Yes.
I hope you can see the.
Here we go. Show the camera. Okay. Hopefully
Bill
it doesn't get stuck. All right, Em. If Zappe wins this weekend, will the Patriots start selling his jersey?
It's a good question.
Let's see here. Don't get stuck on
Not
me.
again.
Oh, there we go. Oh, I see it.
What? What's it say?
The call has to be yours.
Ooh, so what do you think? Emma? No, I want Emma to pick. So what would you do? You're the GM. You're the owner. What would you do?
If they win this weekend, do they sell his jersey?
No, dude, you. I don't they. You're the boss. Talk about it. What are you going to do?
If they continue to win with Zappe and you ride this hot hand, yeah, you got to sell his jersey.
Oh my
you got to sell it. I mean,
oh my God! Really?
Give the people what they want.
Give the people what they want. I'm not mad at that.
No, I'm not either. It's Cam Newton and Jared Stidham
all over
again because you went into 2020
yes,
and you thought Stidham was the guy.
Yep.
And then you got Cam Newton and they had like a rack of 4 areas of just Jared Stidham jerseys, and then you have the next area, it's all Cam Newton jerseys. Emma, that's good. Like if they win Sunday, I am gonna make sure I go to the pro shop on Tuesday, and they could have a handful of Zappe jerseys.
Right.
But the fact of the matter is, if you have a couple of those Zappe jerseys, something's happening.
Yes,
like something's happening.
They've decided. You know what? There's a change in the organization.
Like you can get them like down at the pro shop and get them custom made. Grab a blank jersey, whatever.
Yep.
But even if they had a rack of like 10 of them, there's something there.
That means they're
telling.
investing.
That's telling.
They're investing.
They're investing. Yep.
I like that. You know
They
who
might
else?
be down there this Sunday for all we know. I mean,
Let's find out.
We'll
Hey,
see.
if you guys are out there, let us know.
see.
I have another thing I found. A little bird told me this. Again, your name was brought up. You're becoming kind of popular out here in these streets, bruh.
Well, everyone tries to dunk on me.
Well, let's see how these guys decided to do it.
Again, I'm saying Zappe over Hoyer as if Hoyer will be available. It doesn't look like he will. But to me, it's Zappe as a last resort is really what I'm saying.
Mike, if you believe some of the, just quickly, because I know Murray puts stock in it too. There's a guy who seems to get some info out of the team on Twitter, the Spike King guy on Instagram. He says that Hoyer's not going to play this week. So, and I don't know where he gets his info, but sometimes he gets good info. Mm-hmm. And I, the fact that Hoyer wasn't there today to me is a bad sign.
First of all, big shout outs to our guys over there at the Sports Hub, Felger and Maz. Like I said, I'm a big fan of Felger. I follow their program. I don't do WEEI for such a long time. But I want them to know his name is no longer Spike King. It's Babs on the mic. Okay,
I give Maz a pass on it.
All right,
he's
fine.
old.
All right, older.
No,
older. But listen, bro. Why are they talking about you, man?
Well, because I had the information that Hoyer was going to be out for the week. I mean, you get a little couple text messages. Because listen, let's go back to the Brian Hoyer situation.
Let's talk about
him getting hurt.
Yes.
I thought it was awkward the way he got hurt. He got taken down, decent sized hit. He's also, I think, turning 37 this month.
Mm-hmm.
And shout out to Josh Tumlin. I know he watches the show religiously. Josh Tumlin even said he hasn't taken a big hit like that in a long time. He probably took that hit and was like, I'm done. Like, I can't do this.
Wait a minute. You're saying as he got hit, he sat here, he's like,
he's probably like, damn, I can't do this
The bank
anymore.
account was looking kind of good.
I also believe in conspiracy theories just like yourself.
Yes.
Belichick says, hey, Brian.
Hold on. You get the camera.
Do the Belichick thing.
Do the Belichick, please.
Brian, when you first get that big hit, just go down. We're going to have the kid play. All right? We'll take care of you. Don't worry about it.
Do you think he was like, okay, coach, or why,
yeah,
coach, I
absolutely.
can do this?
Listen, they've been in a situation like this before where a certain somebody who was here in New England, they had 4 quarterbacks at the time. Cam Newton, Mac Jones, Brian Hoyer, and Jared Stidham.
Yep.
It was going to be an odd man out.
And we know what happened to Stidham.
They told him, hey, you're going on the IR.
Go on
See you
vacation.
Later. Go get your back done. Then all of a sudden, Mac Jones gets the reps. They want to Cam out of here.
Yep.
So I look at the theory in the sense of it's just, in all due respect, I hope Brian Hoyer is feeling better.
Same.
Because I did hear that he wasn't feeling great. I heard he wasn't feeling great. Didn't hear that he has a major concussion. I just heard he wasn't feeling great. That was the quote on it.
Oh,
right?
man.
So you look at the situation with the New England Patriots, and, Jimmy Stewart came out and said there's a difference between Mac Jones and the Patriots about their timetable, about getting hurt and recovery, blah, 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 blah. And maybe there's a rift. And Belichick says, okay, like, no worries. Hey, Hoyer, go down. Get you out of here.
Stay down.
We have the young kid come up here. There's pressure on Mac Jones.
Yeah.
Like, there's pressure now to go back out there. Because if Mac just like, you know what? I'm going to rest.
I'm going to ride this out.
Time, no worries.
This is not the year.
Their pressure's on you now because there's a young kid that's going to want to take over, and that's what Bailey Zappe is.
Okay, so now back to this controversy that you're building.
Yeah, I like, controversy creates cash.
Yes.
Like I said, at the end of the day, like, it's Mac Jones' team. Like, people are already writing him off. You can't write off Mac Jones. But in your sense, this is great because now you're going to try to get the best out of Mac Jones. Mac Jones obviously has had a very rough first 3 games.
Yeah.
He had 3 touchdowns, by the way. A lot of people say 2 touchdowns, 5. Rushing touchdown counts, just like it counts for Cam Newton.
A touchdown is a touchdown.
A touchdown's a touchdown.
That's right.
I counted for Cam Newton as well. Like, everyone shit on Cam Newton for those passing touchdowns. He ran them in too.
Yep.
That's just part of the game. It is what it is. I count it. But at the end of the day, it's a controversy between two quarterbacks that's starting to brew, right?
It is.
It feels like it. And just saying, Brian Hoyer goes on the IR. All right, Mac, you don't have a buffer in between you anymore. You have a rookie that just threw 60 touchdowns last year in college.
Yep.
It's still pretty fresh.
That just came out
Bill's
of
fine with
nowhere.
that.
1 week
Bill's fine with
preparation.
that. Yep.
10 out of 15, 99 yards.
Like, with the Hoyer thing, I wanted to get back on this, was with the Tua situation and how he got hurt, and that's unfortunate what happened to Tua. I'm sure the NFL sent a memo out, any headshots out. I didn't think it was a pure headshot, but any sort of head, injury, get him out of the game, and that's what it felt like last Sunday. I think Russell Wilson kind of broke that barrier this past week because he on Thursday, because he got hit pretty fucking hard, went to the blue tent, and he was fine and went out there. The NFL can't afford another major star, quote unquote,
Especially not with this on prime time with the hands.
Awful. It's an awful look, and I just feel like last week was the week anybody who had a headshot out, you're out, and that's why I feel like Brian Hoyer went out of that game pretty quickly.
Okay,
and that's kind of like the excuse to kind of go around it, but. Again, there's no buffer in between now, between Mac Jones and Bailey Zappe, and now Hoyer's out of the equation. So the pressure truly is on Mac Jones.
Now, it's funny because there are some rumblings out here in these streets. Again, sir. Again, people are saying Zappe over Mac, but some people saying Mac over Zappe. Again, ladies and gentlemen, for whatever reason, my boy's name was put out here in the streets by someone that you know. He actually played for us. You know what? I'm going to shut up. I'm going to play the beautiful bean footage for you guys.
This is coming from somebody that knows a lot about the Patriots, is a big Patriots fan, but I really hate this take so much. Like, it's just fucking... I have to take a second because I'm going to breathe it out.
Breathe.
Pressure on Mac now. Zappe filled right in probably the same result. Mac now has to deliver.
No.
Shut the fuck up. It's not the same. Mac Jones would have killed the Packers.
They would have thrown the ball way more.
Yeah.
They would have had more successful passing plays. They wouldn't have ran the ball. They would have been able to check with me at the line of scrimmage. They would have been able to check in and out of certain plays. The playbook went from here. Let's go like this. The playbook went from here to Hoyer to Zappe.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Couple pass plays, run the ball, stick with what we tell you to run, don't check out of a play. Hopefully the protections are correct and you don't get killed, which he did a couple times.
I mean, everybody is all
Dan
over.
O'Brien, I appreciate you giving me a little, hey, Babs, he's a pretty big fan of Pats Nation, knows what he's talking about, and then absolutely destroy me, right, and put me down. You can only write so much in that little question box. And that's why I like this show at Boston Power Hour, because we can really expand on it, because there's a lot to talk about that simple question, because you both are wrong and your fucking takes suck. Here's the thing. There is pressure on Mac Jones.
Yes.
There absolutely is pressure on Mac Jones, because if Mac Jones wants to dick around with the Patriots and say, I'm hurt, and he's hurt, I don't want to go out there, Belichick's saying, okay, well, we get the next man up. Isn't that how it's always been? Next man up and do your job. That's how it always been. Now, when I said there was no difference between Bailey Zappe and Mac Jones, am I totally wrong on that? Because Mac Jones, as we just talked about, 2 passing touchdowns, 5 interceptions. And yes, Ninkovich, I hear you. There probably would have been 25 or 30 passes in the game. But how many interceptions is Mac Jones going to throw that's going to end up costing them momentum in the game, just like the Baltimore Ravens? It would have been the same way. At the end of the day, I said the same because it would have been the same finish. You would have lost to Aaron Rodgers on a game-winning field goal. And I said that at the beginning of the season when I ran down the entire schedule. That's what it's going to be. So that's how I see them being the same people. I don't think Bailey Zappe's already being compared to Tom Brady of all people, which is absolutely insane. The fan base is doing that. And I agree in that sense. You guys are saying, why is the fan base pumping up Bailey Zappe? But with a limited playbook, Bailey Zappe did his job and had no turnovers and drove them down the field, and they scored multiple times. So the pressure's on Mac Jones. And here's the fact of the matter of this, is that if Bailey Zappe goes out there and wins against the Lions and has a respectable day, Mac Jones has got to feel the pressure to say, put me in, coach, put me out there. And that's where I say, Cliff, liability.
Yeah.
Liability NFL, right?
Yep.
So liability with Tua. Hey, he got a concussion that first time around. They didn't label it. But Tua says, you know what? I signed up for this. Play me.
Play me. Yep.
So if, the Patriots like, he's got a high ankle sprain. We won't put. What if Mac's like, no, you play me. Okay, you signed this waiver that says we're not responsible for you to get hurt.
Yeah.
It's kind of putting Mac in that spot because guess what? if Mac Jones does not play, like say Bailey Zappe goes on a run, Mac Jones might never play in the NFL ever again. Like, if you're not able to keep a starting job here at the New England Patriots, you might never touch another football
Ask Drew
team.
Bledsoe. And then you know what?
I mean, he went to other teams and bounced around, Drew Bledsoe. But...
Yes, he did. But I'm going to say this, though. First of all, why are people acting as if this is something brand new? Isn't availability the most what's the word that Belichick says? He says availability is more important. It's a nice little lingo that he says. Basically saying if you're available, that's more important than anything else. It outweighs talent. Mac, if you're not back and Zappe does well, you might lose your job.
Drew Bledsoe was ready to go.
Yeah.
Tom Brady just kept winning games. It's a different era.
Yep.
I mean, Tom Brady wasn't out there being the 2007 Brady.
Correct.
But they were managing to win games.
They're winning games.
And you're going with the hot hand. And the approach is going to be, well, Mac Jones, like you're getting extra time and you're healing up a little bit more, but it's just, hey, you ride the kid with the hot hand. And there's more people that want to see Zappe out there.
Yeah.
I mean, these are the same people that they want Stidham. Like they wanted to see what Stidham could do.
Yep.
I'm all for it. I want to see what the kid can do. And hey, guess what? If Zappe goes in there and has like 4 or 5 good games or, you know, whatever it ends up being, get some trade value now out of him. Now you could probably get that 4th round turned into a 3rd or a 2nd rounder for him. It's Max Jones' team as of right now.
It's supposed to be.
Supposed to be.
Right.
But, you know, these things happen in the NFL, and it's a business at the end of
It
the day.
is a business.
What do you think, Emma?
So what do you think, Em? Yeah.
I think, I mean, to say that it's anybody but Mac Jones' team right now, I think is ridiculous. The kid's played less than 1 game, to be honest. I think it's a lot of talk for somebody that's played less than 1 game, but I also think I know people get excited when somebody new is in the game. When I was watching the game this past Sunday, I know the people around me were saying, now it makes it more interesting. Somebody's in the game, somebody's different. It makes me want to watch the game more. It's
you know
just
why,
a little
Emma?
something.
You know why? It's that underdog feel.
Exactly.
It's that dude, they were a 10-point underdog, and they were that close to winning. Like, you know how you just talked about at the beginning of the show that the Patriots are no longer that the dominant team. You want to have that one little, like, come up and say, we told you so. We did it. We did it with the 3rd stringer. And that's what the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, are we turning into the Dallas Cowboys? Because that's what they're doing with
Never
Cooper
say
Rush.
that.
Hold on.
And they run. No, I'm just saying. Like, that's what the fan base is kind of being like. They're still throwing the 6 rings out there.
Damn.
Throwing all the stuff out there. Don't turn into the Dallas Cowboys fans.
Fan base Cowboys? No, we can't disrespect them like that. This was a minor blip. It's
turning into that when you have 50% saying, I want Bailey over Mac Jones no matter what.
We're going to just call it a blip. Just a blip.
4th most searched player on Fanatics.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Come on. That's crazy. Like Cole Strange is number 2.
It shouldn't happen.
69 jersey. Yeah. Like, I get it. Mac Jones is number 1. He's the guy.
I get it.
Some people said, where's Matt Judon? He wasn't on the list. He had an issue with the NFLPA and Fanatics. That was last year, and I think there's a reason why h's name's not searched on there. He talked crap about the NFLPA.
Right.
And I think they purposely hide his name so you can't, like, search it.
I agree with that.
They do something like that.
Yep.
There's something there. So
yeah. I just don't like the fact that we as our Patriots fans, and again, I go back. I've seen the ugly. You know, I am an older eldest here, where I've seen Champagne Eason. I've seen Grogan, who should have been playing when Champagne Eason was out there. I seen Michael Bishop, who had an amazing arm, but then again, opportunity. I saw Drew Bledsoe, rocket arm from Washington. Terry Glenn. I've seen it all, and then you guys got to enjoy Brady.
that was awesome.
It was amazing. Yeah. It's amazing.
Born into greatness.
Amazing.
Both of us.
But I will say this. I think we might have some pink hats. What do we call fake fans? Fair weather fans?
Yeah, pink hats.
We'll call them pink.
Yeah.
I think those are the people that are chiming in right now, to be honest with you.
I just feel that the Boston Celtics green teamers are so depressed about their team because they're like the worst of the worst.
Are we going back there?
They're worst of the worst that they're worried about what's going to happen with the team. Like, let's go infect the Patriots nation
man.
And let's cause some mayhem with them.
I don't know if you know this guy, man. Be careful with this guy.
Didn't I just say that the Patriots had a shot to take over the Celtics?
He did say that, yeah.
I said they had a shot to
this
do
was it. That was
it's
it.
all they're fighting with each other. Let's infiltrate them.
It's all about ratings.
Let's cause some controversy to get that fan base ripping against the quarterback.
It's all about ratings, man. Yeah. It's all about ratings. But listen, at the end of the day, we still got to play football. We still got to go out there and lace them up, right?
I just, it's just crazy because we make fun of other teams out there that go through the cycle, right?
Mm-hmm.
You go all these quarterbacks. You've seen the jersey for the Cleveland Browns of how many quarterbacks they go through. And already since Brady's been gone in 2019, you had Cam Newton, Brian Hoyer, Mac Jones, Bailey Zappe all start.
Yeah.
They've all started.
Yeah.
It's a carousel right there of quarterbacks.
It's different.
And the only guy who didn't start was Jarrett Stidham, and he probably should have started
Yeah.
at the end of the season with Cam Newton when they were already a 7-win team.
If Stidham was here, Mac would not have a job.
I think Stidham would have beat him out. Absolutely.
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
And again, there's reasons to why things happen.
Yeah.
Because they see a threat.
Yep.
And like people will say, you're just saying that, you're dick riding, you're dick sucking. I'm not.
Nope.
Like, he's a legitimate threat to Mac Jones'
Pay
throne.
attention.
He's a legitimate threat.
Yeah.
They got rid of him.
They did.
Who's been here, who's going into free agency, who's going to want to play his heart out compared to a scared rookie as you.
Yeah.
They say he throws the ball and looks scared. I mean,
It's floating. It's just floating.
There's something there.
But let's talk about our team, the team that we're about to play, and that's the Lions.
Yeah, you look at this right now. Look at the scores that they've run up. I mean, yeah, you lost, but it's 35 points. You win with 36 points, 24 points, 45 points in a loss, right? And they did that 45-point loss without some of their St. Brown. They did it without DeAndre Swift. They don't have some of their offensive pieces.
Well, let's look at those numbers because I know we got some numbers there to talk about.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to look at this, and here's some of the stats for Jared Goff. I mean, 11 touchdowns already on the season with only 3 interceptions. Like, who is this? Maybe a little comeback for Jared Goff, who got dumped by the LA Rams. And, you know, I heard also a little birdie told me that a Patriots player said, I'd rather be on the Detroit Lions than the New England Patriots. Said that during the offseason, right? Because they were watching all those, what was the HBO show?
HBO special Hard Knocks.
Right?
Yep.
6 touchdowns for Williams, by the way, too. Just steps right in. I mean, if you love fantasy football, you have someone on the Detroit Lions on your team. Offensive threat, but this is great because I believe that the Patriots defense can still hold their own.
But look at this. He spreads the fucking ball.
He does. Look at the receivers. 3 touchdowns, 3 for Hawkinson. St. Brown, who's not playing this week, but he has 3 touchdowns in the season. They got Reynolds coming in. You got DJ Chark. I mean, even DeAndre Swift got in there with a rush, with a passing touchdown right there. I mean, he's able to spread the ball out. Look at that. 3 receivers with already 240-plus yards.
Unreal.
Pretty good for Jared Goff.
And nice hit. Here's a full, complete report card there for you.
It isn't crazy to look at points scored per game, you're first in the league. Points allowed, you're last in the league.
Right.
So, like, you're looking at this and this is going to be a shootout, right? It's going to be a shootout. Do you think Bailey Zappe or even Mac Jones, right? They're not getting into a shootout.
No. Our offense is not built that way.
I mean, they just put up 24 points against Green Bay.
Yeah, this is true.
So at least you know the team as a whole can put up points. But that was, like Emma said, pick 6. It helps out with that. The rushing touchdowns, the passing touchdown. That's why I'm not sleeping on this defense. Like, I think they can hold the Detroit Lions to about 21 to 24 points. That's how you're going to win the game. You know that's like the set. You have to hold them to that.
I know this was not in the thing, but what do you feel about them bringing Jamie Collins back?
Interesting move. Like, just vet. I mean, he's also, just a locker room type of guy, maybe, to give a little jolt there. I don't hate it.
I don't hate it, but I think there's something interesting there because for defense.
Yeah.
If you feel like your defense is set, is locked, why are we doing this?
I feel like it's just a vet guy to
really
help those younger guys.
Hopefully, it's just not like injury or something like that. You know what I mean? But also, too, I think it's fair to say we've been watching a lot of football, right? How have you guys felt about like how how football's been looking this year? Like, how do you guys feel?
Emma, have you been watching?
Have you been watching the rest of the stuff?
I mean, I've been watching. I'd say an average amount of the other games. I can tell you, I did not watch the Colts game the other night, and I heard that one was really bad. Yeah. But I have been watching, and I think, like you said, that all those head injuries, I think everybody's being extremely careful about that. Yeah. Anybody gets touched in the head. There was a Colts player yesterday that looked like Tua when he got up and he was swerving and they had to stop him. Yep. He was ruled out minutes after he left the game. I think the NFL is being really careful about people's heads, as they should be.
And what's crazy, what Emma brought up, is how bad the game was, for Thursday Night Football. And this man that you're about to bring up said this last week. Like, he said this before the game even started, and it just got brought back into the limelight because he's a GOAT and he knows how it goes.
He knows.
Do you think, Tom, in all your years, there's even more parity now? There's a lot of teams that are 2-2.
I think there's a lot of bad football from what I watch. I watch a lot of bad football, a lot of poor quality of football. That's what I see.
Tom, obviously you don't want to throw 50 passes.
A lot of bad football, per the GOAT. What's your thoughts on that?
My thoughts on this, Tom Brady saying there's a lot of bad football going on. That's why I'm telling Patriots fans, you don't hit the panic button just yet. Mm-hmm. Even if you lose to the Detroit Lions, which this is a must-win on Sunday, absolute must-win on Sunday, you still can't hit the panic button because look at the AFC. They did power rankings in terms of, like, who the best teams are, right? You had Kansas City, Buffalo from the AFC, Baltimore's there. And then after that, it's kind of wide open now with Tua not in Miami. Mm-hmm. You don't know what's going to actually happen in the AFC. And the Patriots started 2-4 last year, by the way.
Yes, sir.
So if you lose to Detroit, you can still have a chance against Cleveland. Cleveland's looking a little bit good as well, too. But, I mean, he's right. Like, the football's kind of been pretty iffy right now.
Pretty sloppy.
Sloppy
sloppy,
Joe. But that should make you feel a little bit better about the Patriots and not giving up hope.
Well, let's talk about it.
Like that's the thing. You can't give up just yet. I mean, it's been crazy. This is why you ride the wave,
this
right?
Is it, yeah.
So, like, you go, I got to point this way. This is how it goes.
It's over
so
there.
You go,
there you go.
There you go. Look at it. I got to get my hands, like, set up
Yes.
Here. All right. New England started at the very bottom after week 1.
Yes.
They climbed all the way back up right to that red line, right? Then they just went back down a little bit, and now they're down right here. They're 1-3. They're only above Pittsburgh because you got to win against Pittsburgh.
Yep.
Houston in the doghouse, 0-3-1. That's why I told you these games are important against the AFC, like the Baltimore game. I said that's how you try to keep yourself ahead of them. Let's say Baltimore ends up losing. You're tied up right there. They're 2-2, right? So say they lose. They're 2-3. Again, they lose to Cincinnati. And then you play and you go 2-3 for the New England Patriots. They're going to be ahead of you. Like these games matter, man, in the AFC like that.
They do.
They mean so much. That's why the Cleveland game, let's look at Cleveland. They're 2-2 right now. They're leading that division, which is bananas. Again, 2-2 leading division. Jacksonville 2-2 leading the division. All these teams are 2-2, 2-2,
yep.
2-2.
Everybody's
2-3.
beating each other up.
So you have those top teams. Miami's going to come back down to reality. I do like Teddy Bridgewater. I do like him, but he's going to come back to reality. Kansas City has a shot. They look good. Buffalo looks really good. They're going to take it over. But after that, I mean, there's really up to anybody at this point.
It's
about staying healthy. And yes, it sucks that your starting quarterback did not stay healthy.
Right.
But is Mac Jones truly a big loss for the New England Patriots? And I don't think he is.
It's funny
I think
you say
it's
that.
The team can just go out there and win. I think Belichick proved it with Cam Newton, the ghost of Cam Newton. They went 7-9 that year. They held their own in Kansas City with the combination of Hoyer and Stidham when that season happened. Last year with the rookie, they went 1-3, and then they went on a run. How many games did Mac Jones truly win for the New England Patriots last year? I'll give him credit for the Houston game to come back. They were down in that game.
I'll give you that. Yep.
And he also had a 3-touchdown game. I believe it was against Tennessee. But
Tennessee.
I mean, but most of those games they're playing against crappy teams, and it comes down to coaching. Like you brought it up. Did Belichick get outcoached in Green Bay? I think Belichick should be able to outcoach some of these coaches coming up.
I agree.
And keep those teams into it. So, I mean, I think we're going to be looking at a 500 team now by the bye week. I was saying that this team could be 6-3 or 7-2 going into the bye.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, now they already have 3 losses. Are they going to go on a 5-game win streak? I don't think so. But I think that over the next couple games, you can kind of split it up. If you can be at that 500 mark going into that back half of the season in the bye, it's still a toss-up and it's still anybody's game. I'm not trying to give the division already out, but I mean, Buffalo has a pretty lax schedule coming up, too.
Let's talk about Buffalo with them with their
lax.
lax.
Babs, well, what's the point of watching football if we're not going to the Super Bowl? It's first of all, it's football. We're all going to watch. We're having fun watching it. And secondly, it's not about getting to the Super Bowl this year. Mm-hmm. It's about how does the team keep progressing every year.
4-year plan.
And I said, it's as long as you can get back into the playoffs and go over 500, it's another win. It's another year for hopefully Mac Jones at the time to have more playoff experience, and for the team to have more playoff experience.
I will say this about all of that. I agree that we're still on the 4-year plan, but ladies and gentlemen, listen to me here. I want you to just rent this idea from me real quick. You have our coach that truly believes, I think it's fair to say, that he thinks he can have any quarterback and win. I don't want to be the guy that keeps crying and bitching about it, which is why Tom Brady's not here. But anyway, if he really believes that, there might be a chance that he sees something. And you and I text about, I think it was during preseason, where I said, I think I see something in Zappe. I'm not saying replace Mac. I'm just saying you might want to keep him around. What's a fourth rounder really going to do for us?
No, but I like the pressure, like the
I like pressure. Yeah,
Jimmy Garoppolo on Tom Brady. I mean, it's kind of the same thing at this point.
Facts.
Like and what I like, it's two rookies now.
Yeah.
Like Mac Jones, he took him in the first round, and I believe to this day, and I will always stick with it. Belichick never wanted to draft Mac Jones.
He did it.
He never wanted to draft him. He wanted to go offensive line, offensive tackle. He wanted to go with Cam Newton.
Yep.
He had Stidham in the wing.
Had
he
the
said,
two
we'll
tight
just deal with
ends.
it when the time comes.
Yep.
We'll get another rookie. Because Belichick, Belichick's slander should go away. The fact of the matter that they held themselves that close in that game against again, they were 10-point underdog, and they almost could have won that game. It'll be interesting if Zappe starts on Sunday, what Belichick has game planned, because I think Bill wants to prove I can still win with anybody.
Of course he does.
He was trying to prove it with Cam Newton, and he kind of did it in the COVID year, and his excuse was, look at our team, it sucks.
And then the owner made a call.
And then they got Mac Jones. They went 1-3. Guess what? They went on a run, and not only that, he had a little pat on his back in the Buffalo game, running it like 40 times and only 3 passes.
Yep.
That's Belichick coaching, right? Now Belichick has another chance to be like, I got a fourth rounder who's going to start this year, and we're going to win games. We're going to win games with him.
Yeah,
it's just Belichick's just a smile. Like
now,
I think almost like maybe Belichick isn't chasing Super Bowls. It's just those little things. Like I can still do it with anybody.
Great point, because maybe he's seeing the league and he's like, I don't know that, one, I want to stick around till these guys go away, but two, maybe I can get these type of wins to prove, yes, we had a GOAT, but look what I'm still doing amongst the league here.
So Cliff,
talk to me.
You're a little older.
Yes, I am.
You're on the older side.
I am.
Doesn't it feel good once in a while when you can tell the young kids to you get a one-up on the young kids, I still got it, right?
Sure.
A couple times I still got it.
I do it to my son all the time.
Yeah, I still got it. That's what Belichick's doing in the rest of the league.
Of course, I think
so. I still got it. You're not going to win a championship. Sorry, Cliff. You're not going to win a championship.
But
I still got it though.
But you see,
I know
these
I still
wins.
got it.
Yeah.
If I was back in my prime, I'd be still there. But
you're lucky that. Yes.
Yeah. I'm the old man, like Bill Belichick.
Yep.
I can still outcoach you.
Yep.
I can bring that 1940s football on you and kind of rattle you out. And just another little mark on me, and then he'll talk about it and say, this is the reason why I do it, and go on hours and hours. It's what it feels like Belichick's at right now.
And I think, too, let's talk about Buffalo real quick. There's a chink in their armor, man. They're not as strong as I thought they were.
No, but I think that their schedule is just light enough that they can get by. I give them a lot of credit to come back on Lamar Jackson and the Ravens.
For sure. But their defense, that Ravens defense is horrible.
But I mean, that's credit for Josh Allen to be a baller. And it all comes down to Josh Allen. So here's the great thing. All right. Josh Allen is the team.
Yes, he is.
Josh Allen is the team in Buffalo. You lose Josh Allen, your season's done in Buffalo.
Gone.
Patriots season isn't done yet, and they lost Mac Jones.
Yeah.
That should tell about how the team is run.
It also tells you about the coach.
It tells how Belichick handles the team.
But God damn it, why couldn't we have an offensive coordinator, though?
Brady was done for that year. He tore his ACL, and the team won 11.
Castle.
The team won 11-5.
They had a good team, though.
They had a good team. They did.
Yeah.
This team isn't good?
No, this team
isn't good.
I'm not going to say they're bad.
Win games.
They can win games.
The outlier is that 7-9 season in 2020.
Right.
And it sucks. The COVID thing happens with Cam, and maybe Cam did get COVID, and he's not the same player, and X, Y, and Z, whatever it was. They still went 7-9 with a pretty shitty team. They have no skill players whatsoever. The fact of the matter is they went 10-7 the next year with a rookie. That's good. Belichick, he knows I can win with anybody as long as I have the right pieces in there.
And I think he's definitely trying to prove it. I think that is currently the agenda.
I need to ask a question to Emma.
Okay.
This is on my mind now. Emma. I don't know if you're going to bring her up or not.
I'm going to bring her up.
So, Emma.
Sorry.
I'm a little frustrated. It's been 4 weeks. Jonnu Smith, is he a failure for what they signed him to? Because now he's doubtful. Jonnu Smith might not play this week.
He's so annoying.
Jonnu Smith could be out for a couple weeks. And I've been on his side and said, I'm going to give him a mulligan about last year. I want the 2 tight end set. I want the 2 tight ends to beast. Is Jonnu Smith a failure for the New England Patriots?
Keep it real, Em.
I mean, I saw him leave the game. He was, I would say, more than limping. It didn't look hopeful for it. It looked like something was up. I don't know if they actually diagnosed what it was yet, but I don't think he's going to play this week, first of all. And second of all, I mean, he's not going to be a N'Keal Harry. It's not going to be that bad. But, I mean, will he be all that everybody hoped him to be? Maybe not. Maybe this isn't his team. Who knows? But it's not going to be as bad as N'Keal Harry, that's for sure.
Is he not paying attention to, like, the playbook? Like, the kid has talent, right? There's a skill there. There's a skill. But for whatever reason, he can't get on the field. He can't stay on the field. And I don't want to hear, oh, he can block. Screw that. You can get a bum off the street to come block.
He's not getting paid to block.
Not at all. Catch the ball.
He's getting paid.
We need them yaks.
8 to 10 touchdowns.
We need those yaks. Yards after the catch,
Yep.
ladies and gentlemen. But why do you think that is not happening? You're the GM. You're the coach. Go.
I mean, I don't know if it's whether he's not fitting into the system the right way or who knows what's going on in the locker room, but I don't think you really need him. You have Hunter Henry. You have tight ends. I don't think you really need him. It's unfortunate if for some reason it doesn't work and it continues to go the way it's going, but I don't think you need him.
Hunter Henry is so slow. Have you guys noticed that?
Yeah.
Did he get slower?
Hunter Henry's production, I thought last year came when Jonnu Smith was not playing. Like Jonnu Smith was out or just invisible. Right. So I actually think Hunter Henry catches a touchdown this upcoming Sunday. I think Hunter Henry will start getting more involved in the offense. And I almost feel at the time of the Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry signing it was for Cam Newton. And like, I'm going to protect Jonnu Smith, I guess, because I thought he was more of a Cam Newton guy.
Yeah.
He spent a lot of time with him, and then Cam gets pushed out, and it's kind of like, well, you don't fit where we're going right now. That's why I kind of feel with Jonnu. I feel like he's going to get a lot of bad rap here. Yeah. It pisses me off because it's just like you paid this much money. You got to add somebody else there. Ugh. But I feel like he could almost be a trade piece at this point in the offseason or try to dump him off to somebody else. I want to be proven wrong. How many times do I get proven wrong, right?
Yeah.
How many times do I talk shit? Should I talk shit about him so he actually does?
You know what? Yes.
I have to. Jonnu Smith, like, what the hell are you doing out there? Get better, bro. Like, you fucking suck. Like,
stop using lotion like Harris used to do.
Like, what the hell? He needs the lotion, man. Right?
It is the lotion.
Unbelievable.
But you know what you could do for us? How about you get us some money, man? How about Let's that? Do it for the people.
Been a couple rough weeks here. All right. Atlanta Falcons at Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm taking the Bucs -9. Guess what? That line moved to -10. Take a -14. Tom Brady got embarrassed Sunday Night Football, and he didn't even look bad.
No.
He had 3 touchdowns. He didn't look bad. So Kansas City's that damn good, and Kansas City needs to get their revenge because of that Super Bowl, right? So Tampa Bay's at home. It's the Atlanta Falcons, 28-3. He's going to embarrass that team. Take that. Pittsburgh at Buffalo, Pitt +14. I said this weeks ago to you, Cliff. I said Buffalo is getting that 2007-2010 New England Patriots treatment.
He did.
Big spreads. And I think it's unbelievable of a big spread. I get it. Rookie quarterback Kenny Pickett coming in. But it's like there's a couple players hurt for Buffalo. And I think that Pickett's just going to go out there and let it fly. And I think there'll be a closer game. I trust Mike Tomlin out there as well.
Hold on. I don't know why I lost you, but go ahead.
Oh, then the last one right there was Houston at Jacksonville. Jacksonville -7. I told you I'm a Trevor Lawrence fan this season.
Yeah.
And these people that say tank for Trevor in 2020 might actually look pretty fucking like right at this point.
This is true.
They had a 14-0 lead against the Philadelphia Eagles. It was raining, gross out. Trevor Lawrence fumbled the ball 4 times. They just couldn't get anything going, but they had the lead there. So
big Trev.
Tough loss right there against an undefeated team, but they held it together, right? I think this is a big stepping stone for the Jacksonville Jaguars that we just showed. They're leading their division. They're 2-2. The Houston, why am I thinking about Astros, and I'm thinking about Rockets, and I'm thinking about just all crappy. I'm thinking about the Houston Texans are going to lose. They're going to be 0-4-1 at that point. I like that. The last one we had up there as well, Ramondre Stevenson and Damian Harris, both scoring a touchdown. Zappe looks like he's going to be the starter. So here's
They're going to feed him the ball.
Feed him the ball. So,
feed him the ball.
I mean, last week I had this bet sitting there at the brook, having a couple Bud Lattes, starting to flow, your brain's starting to move. I'm on the phone.
Yep.
Wi-Fi was working a little bit better last week, by the way.
Good for them.
I'm looking at the lines. I went out and I put the bet in. I took the over in yards, rushing yards for Harris and Stevenson.
Yep.
I took them at like 45 and 50. They both hit.
Yep.
I took Harris for a touchdown. I took Stevenson for a touchdown. The last one I needed was Stevenson, so that hurt. It was $20 to win 500. It's not bad, and I actually think that I would play that bet back again. And I'm going to look at it on Saturday night, and I would take the yards for both of them. It's rushing yards, but both of them are going to get the.
They're going to get their run. They're going to get their run.
I know GRD chirped at me and said, "Take Harris for 2 touchdowns." I think there's going to be something there with that running game. Touch anything with that running game.
I agree with that.
Whether it's anytime touchdown, you combine those two. It's plus 340. You can take Harris for 2 touchdowns. I looked at it today. It's plus 500. Harris for 2 touchdowns is very doable, and he doesn't have to rush it. He can catch it. So
good point.
I like anything with the rushing stats for the New England Patriots coming up.
I agree. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are at that point where we call this final thoughts. Final thoughts are fun. Why? Because we learned a lot about each other. We learned a lot about just the game of football. We learned a lot about our new guest, our new team member, we'll say. And with that being said, ladies first, your final thoughts. Go.
I'm gonna talk a little bit about Bailey Zappe, and I'm also gonna talk about that run game. I think that the run game is going to be crucial on Sunday. I think it's going to be crucial throughout the season because I think there's going to be a lot going on with this quarterback situation. When Mac Jones comes back in, when Bailey Zappe's playing, Hoyer's out, that's no question. But I think with all that quarterback controversy and switching it up in practice and just all that uncertainty, I think there's going to be a lot of running. I think Stevenson's going to get the ball a lot. Harris is going to get the ball a lot. And Zappe still has a lot to prove. He did play solid, especially for somebody that wasn't expected to go anywhere near the field the entire season, if not even for years, possibly. He did play solid, but I think he has to continue to play solid. He doesn't have to outperform everybody in the whole league, but he does have to continue to play solid in order to get those jersey sales. If he wants to get sold in the pro shop, then he's going to have to keep doing that.
Emma, what do you think about Damian Harris so far this year? He's going to become a free agent. And do you think that the Patriots should look into investing into him next year?
Yes, I think Damian Harris is a crucial part of this team. He is the best. I think he's their best option on the running aspect of the game. I think Ramondre Stevenson does his job. He certainly does his job, but I don't think he's anything like Damian Harris. I think Damian Harris can catch the ball if you need to. He can run it if you need to. He will get those yards after the catch. I think he's a crucial part of this team, and it's going to be important to keep him on this team.
Well, shit. As I drop my beer, I apologize, but listen, I all great points. But ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say my little thing before I leave it to our guy. We all know who that is, Mr. Babs. But I will say this. Welcome to my world, where things was not always, daisies, roses, and glitter and gold. We actually have to fight to win games. This is actually going to prove who real Patriot fans are, okay? As my co-host kindly said last week, and he's been saying for a while. How about we enjoy these games where we go through maybe just winning it just by 3? How about we struggle and fight throughout and great coaching wins these games? How about the defense gets a pick 6 and the defense wins games? How about the defense stops the run at the line to win another Super Bowl? Ladies and gentlemen, it's not going to be pretty, but that's why I love football. That's why I played football. My coach at Zavarian Brothers High School, yeah, that's where I went. He taught us something. He said every single play, if everyone does their job, we'll get a touchdown. Every single play, and we believe that. We went all the way to the Super Bowl, then we lost to Brockton, whatever. But I digress. But what I'm trying to say is it's football. It's sports. I love it. You should love it. So if you are truly a fan, don't be so concerned as to whom your quarterback is, but be more concerned that the team is fully invested. Like Coach always says, 3 faces to a game. 3 faces to a game. All right? And on that note, I'm going to pass it to this guy. You know who that is.
Listen up, jabronis. We were here a couple weeks ago. General Babb said, we are here to beat the Ravens. We will go on to Green Bay and win that game. And we might have lost the battles, but we have not lost the war. Listen, our backs are against the wall, but we do not retreat. We keep pushing forward. We have the Detroit Lions coming up this Sunday. You do not lose the Detroit Lions. This is a team that we've ridiculed and mocked for centuries, what it feels like at this point. You cannot lose the Detroit Lions, maggots. We have to go out there and give it our all and still believe in your team. Do not panic. Do not retreat. Do not give up. The New England Patriots are still there. The war can still be won.
Wow. I feel like the song Never Surrender was supposed to come. Y'all probably have no idea what I'm talking about, but go back, Google it. You'll understand.
I need to talk about one other final thought. I take this off. General Babb putting this down
What's
because I
up,
want
Jen?
Emma in here as well, too. Let's talk us three.
Yes.
Tom Brady situation with the divorce, and I want to get all of our perspectives on it. First and foremost, I don't care about the personal life aspect. It's his doing.
Yep.
The memes have been kind of funny, and you look at it, but the guy's going through a lot. Tom Brady is literally playing till he's 50 years old at this point.
Yes, he is.
Like I've been preaching it and saying it. I'm like, there's no way he's giving it up. And I think it goes back to the retirement, right?
Yeah.
He probably retired. I'm going to spend time with my family. He had the itch. He wanted to play. What he said about how bad the league is and
It's kind of scary, isn't it?
Brady literally can play till he's 50. He's better than half the league. He's still, if you put him at average at 15, I'm fine with that. Like, Brady went out there on Sunday Night Football and threw 3 touchdowns.
He had a great game.
He had a great game.
Yeah, he did.
He's still better than half the league out there.
Yeah.
He might not be the Brady that we've known, but he's still been pretty damn good.
He's doing what he needs to do.
Teams will pay for him.
Yeah.
Teams will go out there and get him. And I think that we might start seeing a Tom Brady type of tour that just goes around to different teams. As long as they're capable of winning, they have a good coach, they have a good team. What? Why are you doing that face to me?
Because I know where you're going with this.
This is not Brett Favre. This is not the Peyton Manning and falling off. I think that he's that damn good that he can go to a franchise and still go to the playoffs every single year. The longer that Brady keeps going, the more people buy into what he's selling. It's simple.
I'm buying, but I have one question for you.
What?
Would you see him going to Vegas?
Yeah.
Why'd you say yes?
Why not? Why not? We'll see what ends up happening with Derek Carr.
Josh and him did.
But I could see him. He wants warm weather or a dome.
Yeah.
I can't see him ever playing in the cold again.
Never. That's
so
done.
It's Miami. Miami makes the most sense now, dude, in the sense
Tua's
of this.
done.
Do I want to say Tua's done? No. But, is he going to be able to go back out there and take another hit like that?
Dude.
We don't know.
I
don't
want
think so.
that.
So it almost looks like it's going to work. And then guess what? Somehow Mike McDaniel gets tied in that you let him out there. Fired. See you later. Brady gets to insert himself in there. Tyreek's already set up. Oh, Gronk's out of retirement. Oh, I got my boys coming down to Miami. I could see something like that. I could see him going out to, a California team for all we know. Does he go to the San Francisco 49ers? Because Trey Lance is hurt.
Yep.
And it's Jimmy G's there for 1 year, and he wanted to play for San Fran. Whoa!
And we
Does
know
he go out there? Because
Trey's going to need time to really heal.
Does Tom Brady beat out Trey Lance for the starting job?
I'm going to give you the full thing. Talk about that.
That's crazy, right?
114 is the number.
We're at the point that I think that Tom Brady's going to continue his journey in the NFL, and the opening is out there in San Francisco. Now Jimmy G has stepped in. There's a broken ankle or something like that, or a leg for Trey. He's done.
Yep.
Done for the season. It's going to take a long time for him to heal. Jimmy's out of there.
Yeah.
One and done. I'm out. See you later. We screwed him over. Brady gets to play with the team that he wanted to play growing up and loving. It makes the most sense now. And listen, do you think that Tom Brady at his age next year at turning 46 can beat out Trey Lance? I think he could.
I think so.
I think he could.
Me too.
And they already have kind of a built team. Debo Samuel, George Kittle. Who stops other free agents from going to San Fran? He gets to play in the Bay, gets to be out in California.
Gets to be Joe.
He gets to be himself and doesn't have the tied down type of family commitments anymore. He gets to kind of do what he wants to do. I think it might happen.
Damn. What do you think?
It might happen.
I think honestly, I've never even thought about it, but now that you say it, maybe Brady isn't done with the Bucs. Maybe he isn't finishing his career there. I thought he was, but maybe you're right. He could go to San Fran. That would be like a full circle moment for him. So definitely a possibility.
Brady is going to shatter Brady's going to shatter every single record out there.
Yes, he is.
He's chasing Bill Russell now.
Yes, he is.
Like, you know what, Bill? R.I.P. to Bill. I love you, man.
What other sport?
You know, what can I do that just puts my name out there and let him go for it? Like, I'm
a fan. Why not?
I'm bitter that he left the New England Patriots.
Same.
That's my childhood.
But
and
we
that
understand.
Gave you the many great moments, and that was Emma's childhood. And it sucks to see him go to a new team and win a Super Bowl because you're like, oh, like that's going to put us down. And because you know what, we're still going to support the Patriots no matter what.
100%.
But it's just like, go do your thing, dude.
Yeah.
I want him just to go to another team at this point because, you know, it kind of softens the blow a little bit more about him leaving and going somewhere else.
He's a mercenary guy.
And again, I think this is actually going to a point now for New England Patriots fans. There's going to be no statue of Brady here. There's going to be no induction for him.
You think that's done?
Dude, I'm
easier for Bob Kraft now not to do it.
I mean, what's going to happen, Cliff, and no offense, is what's going to happen first? Tom Brady's actual retirement or Bob Kraft? You know,
we don't want to go more. Yeah.
Piecing out.
Let's not go morbid.
Like it's morbid, but it's like, what's going to happen?
Yeah.
You know? Like again, someone says, I want Tom Brady. Like, think about how much merchandise they can sell with Brady's name on it right now.
We talked about it.
Imagine if he was retired.
Remember what you said about the little logo?
They'd be selling everything right now with Tom Brady. Even with this whole quarterback controversy. Like, they'd be selling it.
Wait a minute.
It's crazy.
Wait a minute. Would Brady come home?
No. It's done.
We don't want to do that?
He's not coming home here. No,
okay.
It's cold. It's too cold.
It's too cold.
Like, if you said Brady's a free agent and like the Patriots were eyeballing him to come back, I would accept it.
Okay.
Say, hell yeah.
Yeah,
would I
kick the
want him
tires.
to start over? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, it's Tom Brady, right?
Yeah, finish it off. It's supposed to be.
I don't think he ever would, though. I don't think he ever would.
Yeah, me neither.
The chapter has been closed.
Yeah.
It's been written over and over. It's closed.
But we can dream a little dream.
For him to go to San Francisco actually looks like a real possibility now.
I think so.
Jimmy G's out.
Yep.
Trey comes back off an injury, might not be 100%.
Wasn't working
and guess
too
what?
well.
You still have Trey Lance locked in on a rookie deal.
And
so
he's
why
learning.
Does that hurt you?
And he's learning from the GOAT.
Or do you ship Trey Lance out? Yeah, he's learning from the GOAT. Or do you ship Trey Lance out and you get something in return? How long's
to help
Brady's
Brady out?
pretty much going to be year to year at this point.
He sure is.
Going, so.
And you said he can play till 50.
Brady's better
San
than
Fran.
half the league, dude. Like,
So he'll
Brady's,
be out there safe. He doesn't take hits. He doesn't run.
You just saw Matt Ryan and what he did in the Indianapolis Colts. Like, right? You
I'm
seen?
good.
Oh my God, Russell Wilson, dude. I know we're going overtime here. Russell Wilson with that contract when he got that, I was like,
Dude.
this guy's not washed, but he's not the same
Dude,
anymore.
do you think Denver fucked up?
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're regretting it.
Yeah.
100%.
Do you think they messed up?
I think he's definitely not the same player that he was when he was on the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Like you look at someone like Derek Carr, right?
Yep.
He's kind of mid. Like he's
a midi.
He's average.
Yeah.
Like he's kind of had his time. He had an MVP run, but with the team that he hasn't really proven anything. They won last week. Shout out to the Raiders. We haven't had a Raiders talk.
Yep.
He only threw 180 yards, and
Yeah.
100 of them were to Devontae Adams with no throwing touchdowns.
That's no good.
You know, we'll see what happens with Deshaun Watson in Cleveland. Lamar Jackson, is he going to stay in Baltimore, right?
Interesting.
You look at Jacksonville Jaguars, they got Trevor Lawrence. Tennessee Titans, Ryan Tannehill might not, he's out.
Nah, done.
Maybe Brady wants to go play with Mike Vrabel, right?
Yeah, he won't play over
Indianapolis Colts, they're a dome. Matt Ryan isn't obviously their answer. There's another place that he could land to. Houston Texans, maybe Davis Mills is not the answer right there.
there. He's looking good though.
You
over
look at other teams like New Orleans Saints. Does he want to play in New Orleans?
Sean
Does he
Payton
want-
coming
does
out of
Sean
retirement?
Payton go back
Out of
Because
retirement?
Guess what? The Saints own the rights to Sean Payton.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll come out there.
I'll come out. Who's your
Jameis
quarterback?
Winston hurt.
Ding!
Andy Dalton's not their guy.
Yep.
Does he want to go play down in New Orleans and have a good time on Bourbon Street? Because the rights are owned by the New Orleans.
And he's single.
And guess what? Hey, I won a championship with Tampa, and now I'm going to go win one with New Orleans, and I'm going to do something that took Drew Brees all these years. I'll do it in one or 2 years.
Hey,
right?
Tom, just hire me. Listen, I can shoot it. I'll be a PA. Okay, I don't have to shoot it. I'll produce it. Talk to me.
And then you look at the West, like, would he want to play in Seattle with Pete Carroll? I mean, they're kind of looking for. They have DK Metcalf up there, Tyler Lockett.
Yeah.
They have a team up there. They're still looking for the quarterback.
No
Geno
disrespect,
Smith.
Geno.
Yeah, no, good
but
run for Geno
not
Smith,
enough.
and like he was actually the offensive player in the NFC last week. But it's like Gino's not going to last. So does Brady go up there for a stint? The Rams with Stafford. Does Stafford retire after the season if he's hurt? There's San Francisco's we just talked about. There's options for Tom Brady.
There is a lot of options.
We just rattle off 5 or 6 teams.
Let me ask you, last question, because I know we're going past our time. But listen, do you think this go-around teams will be afraid of talking to Tom? Because they didn't really want to really invest in Tom the first go-around.
I don't think you're going to be afraid. You're just going to make your offer. And I don't know. I can't be afraid of talking to Brady. It's like, we'll give you a 2-year deal or, 2-year deal, the player option in between. Like, we can opt out. Like, we want to kind of take it year to year. At this point, Brady wants guaranteed money.
Yes, he does. And I don't blame him.
If you said, hey, Brady, $50 million a year, does Brady deserve $50 million a year? Yeah, absolutely. You know why?
Because all these other quarterbacks are getting it, and they don't win.
Ticket sales, merchandise, TV, you're going to be prime time. Sponsorships that roll in, you're going to make your money back by bringing Brady in there.
It's so much more than
so
just
much.
playing the
You're
game.
going to have. We're talking about it. You're going to get us talking about it. It's so much more with Tom Brady.
I want to thank you for coming through. We got to make
Thank you for having me, guys.
No, for sure. You know what I mean? I want this to be a little more often. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, if you guys are serious about it, we here at the at Boston Power Hour, we just love what we do, and we enjoy ourselves. We're more than just super fans, but we have, we're kind of hanging out like friends and families. You can be here too. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to say thank you. And again, as always, continue to sponsor, hit that like button, follow him, follow me, follow M, follow everybody. And on that note, guess what? We are out of here. Peace.
Thanks, guys.
Later.